Hello everybody and welcome back. In the last lesson, we learned loops with Django templates. Today, we are moving ahead and learning something super useful for real web applications. That is filters and comments in Django templates. Filters help us format and transform data before showing it to the users. Things like capitalizing names, formatting dates, and shortening text. And comments in templates, they let us write notes and disable code without affecting what the user sees. And to make this practical, we will build a small example which is a blog post formatter where we will format things like title, author name, date, and content using filters that are provided by Django. So let's just jump in. Let's understand what are filters and comments in Django. These are important tools to format content and make templates easier to maintain. So what are filters? Filters lets you transform variables. You just use the pipe operator. For example, you can see here we have something like name followed by the pipe operator and upper. Now what this does is it will just turn this name variable, the text in name variable, to uppercase. Now since we are dealing with variables, we have to enclose them within double curly braces. So Django gives many built-in filters, and these are some that you will use most often. We'll see how they work in the example that we would take. So here, as you can see, the lower filter is used for converting text to lowercase, upper to convert to uppercase, and title is used to capitalize each word, and length is used to count the items or characters in text, and this date filter is used to format date in a specific format, and truncate is used to limit the number of words. You can also chain filters, meaning apply multiple filters one after the other, like the example that you see here. Next, let's discuss template comments. Comments help us add notes or temporarily disable template code without affecting what the user sees. Now Django supports single line and multi-line comments. So this is the syntax for single line comments. You start with an open curly brace followed by the hash symbol, and whatever you write here, and then if you close it with the hash and the closing curly brace, whatever is written within this will be treated as a comment and will not be shown on your web page. Similarly, you can also have multi-line comments. For that, you start with this curly brace and the person symbol and say comment, and then whatever you write here and end it with this end comment tag. So whatever comes in between here will be treated as a multi-line comment. You can have multiple lines of comments and just end it using this tag. So we'll see this as well in the example that we would take. Alright, now let's go to the CodeChef platform and take a simple example and see how filters and comments can be used in Django templates. Alright, so here I am on the CodeChef platform, and if you look at this file explorer, we have a project called blog project and an app called blog app inside it, and we have the views.py file, which is the one that is open right here, and under the templates folder we have this blog post.html template, which is the template that we are going to make use, and also we have the urls.py file of the main project. So first let me take you to the view and show you what we have in the views.py file. Now if you look at the views.py file, you see that we have a function called blog_post, and here we have created a dictionary where we have some key value pairs like title, which has the value my first blog post, and content is this long text here, and then author, which is John Doe, and the publication date or pub date, and we use a function called datetime.now which displays the current date and time. Okay, and the name of this dictionary is post. And now what we are doing here is using the render function, we are calling the blog post.html template. We are passing this post dictionary to this blog post.html template. Okay, and we'll be able to access it using the keyword post. Okay, now let me show you the blog post.html template file that we have here. So here we can see that we have made use of filters and comments in this template. First of all, I want to display the heading as the title. So I say post.title. Now why post? Because we are accessing this dictionary called post, and the keyword used to access it is also post. So that is why it is post.title, and we are using the filter here, and I'm using the title filter. So remember, this title here is actually the title that we had from the view, and this title is actually the filter title. Now what this will do is it will just capitalize each word of the title. Okay, and then I say by, and again post.author, that means we are accessing that author from the view, and I use the filter called upper. Now what this will do is it will just convert the text to uppercase, which is good for names. Now again, see, we have used the pipe symbol, and remember, since they are all variables, we are making use of the double curly braces to enclose them. Then it says published on, and then I am accessing the pub date, which we had from the view, and using the date filter, I am formatting it in this way, saying FDY. Now what this does is, F stands for the month name, D for day, and Y for year. So it helps us format the dates nicely. Okay, and then we have post.content, the content that we had in the view, and I use the truncate filter and I set it to 20. That means show only the first 20 words from that text. So this is useful for blog previews and things like that. And then here I am saying word count, and I'm using the word count filter, which is going to give us a count of the total words in this content. Okay, so that's it for the filters that we are using here. And then we have this comment section just to demonstrate the use of single and multi-line comments. So here it says this is a comment that won't be rendered, and you see I put it inside this curly brace and hash symbol, and again hash symbol and curly brace close. So whatever is written inside that will not be displayed on the website. And here again, this is a multi-line comment. You see, you start with this tag, and then whatever you write here inside, and if you close it with this end comment thing, whatever is enclosed within these tags will be treated as multi-line comments, and they also will not be displayed in the web page. Alright, let me also quickly show you the urls.py file. In urls.py file, we have a home function which returns an HTTP response saying server is running, and in URL patterns, we have the path for the home, which will call this home function, and then if you type blog after the home page, then it will call the blog post view. Okay, blog post view was the blog post function that we had in this view. So when this is called, what happens? It is going to pass this dictionary to the blog post or HTML template, which we have just seen here. Alright, so let me run this code and show you how it works. So when I click on the run button, you see the server has started. It says server is running. So this is the HTTP response from our home function. And here, let me type /blog after .com, which will take us to our template, and you see all the filters that we have applied has shown up in our page over here. So it says my first blog post, which is set as a title. That is why it comes up like this. And then by John Doe. So the author's name, we had used the upper filter. So that's why all of them are in uppercase. All the letters are in uppercase. And then it says published on November 3, 2025. That is because we used this date format using the date filter. Like I told you, F is for month, D is for day, and Y is for year. So you see FD, Y. So that's why month, day, year has come. And then post.content, and we say truncate it to 20 words. So here already that content was less than 20 words. So that is why the entire content has shown up. You can try experimenting by changing the content to something longer and use this truncate and see how it gets truncated and displays only the first 20 words. And here it says word count. We use the word count filter to display the number of words, and you see the number of words is 15. Let me just quickly change this truncate to, let's say, 10. And if I refresh the page, you see this is the content of my very first blog post, and then it shows you some dots. It did not display the rest of the text because it is truncated to 10 words. Okay, that's how the truncate works. And then you see this part where all comments, we had the single line comment, multi-line comments, all of them work properly. Why? Because they did not show up on the web page. So that's it. That's how you can use filters and comments, which are super useful features in Django templates. Great job. Today you'll learn how to use filters to format data and comments to document templates. These features are used in every real Django app: blogs, dashboards, admin pages, e-commerce pages, everywhere. Now go to the practice problem right here on the CodeChef platform, which is available for this lesson, and try applying filters and comments yourself. That is the best way to learn. In the next lesson, we will start with template inheritance, another important concept in Django. I'll see you in the next one.